Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode from Fluent English Power. I'm so glad you're here because today's topic is going to change the way you learn English. If you've ever struggled with speaking English fluently because you keep translating in your head, then this video is exactly what you need. Many learners find themselves stuck in the habit of thinking in their native language first and then trying to translate every single word into English. It slows you down, makes conversations feel awkward, and can even make you lose confidence. But don't worry, today we're going to solve that problem together. I'm here with Ria, who's going to help walk us through this journey. She has helped thousands of learners take their English thinking to the next level, and I'm sure you'll learn a lot from her today. Now, let's understand something very important. Why is thinking in English so powerful? Well, when you constantly translate from your native language, your brain works double time. First, it forms a sentence in your own language. Then, it tries to convert it into English. This back and forth not only slows down your speaking, but also creates confusion and stress. Sometimes direct translation doesn't even work. A sentence might make perfect sense in your language, but sound completely wrong in English. This is why thinking directly in English is the key to real fluency. When you start forming sentences in English without translating, everything changes. Your thoughts flow more smoothly, your words come out faster, and most importantly, you begin to feel more confident in yourself. You no longer pause or overthink. And it's not just about speaking, your listening skills improve too. You start understanding English conversations more quickly because your brain isn't trying to translate every word. Even when you're watching movies, listening to music, or reading a book, the words start to feel more natural. You'll recognize them instantly instead of mentally switching between languages. Ria also pointed out another great benefit: pronunciation. When you think in English, you hear the words in your head as native speakers would say them. This helps you say things more clearly and naturally. So, to sum up, when you train your brain to think in English, it boosts your speaking speed, builds confidence, improves your listening, and helps you sound better too. But you might be asking, okay, I get why it's important, but how do I actually do it? That's what we'll explore in the next section. But before we dive into those techniques, it's important to understand what might be holding you back right now. A lot of learners don't realize they are making simple mistakes that stop them from thinking in English. Once you fix these, you'll see a big difference in your fluency. The first mistake is relying too much on translation. If every time you want to speak, you translate first, your brain never gets trained to use English directly. It's like trying to ride a bike but never taking off the training wheels. You'll never go fast. You have to start trusting yourself. Let go of translation and let English become your natural way of thinking. The second big mistake is worrying too much about grammar while forming thoughts. Many learners try to make every sentence grammatically perfect in their mind before speaking, and this creates a lot of pressure. Remember, grammar is important, but fluency doesn't mean perfection. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes. The goal is to communicate, not to be perfect. Another mistake that stops progress is the fear of making mistakes. Some learners are so scared of saying something wrong that they avoid speaking altogether. But making mistakes is how we improve. You have to be okay with sounding a little wrong sometimes. The more you try, the better you'll get. Progress comes with practice, not perfection. And here's one more thing. Many people only use English in class or during study time. But outside of that, their world is still full of their native language. This makes it harder for your brain to adapt to English. You have to surround yourself with English as much as possible. Watch videos, listen to songs, read articles, and speak as often as you can, even if it's just to yourself. This immersion helps your brain start using English more naturally. So just to recap, the most common mistakes that block your progress are translating too much, overthinking grammar, being afraid of making errors, and not living in an English-rich environment. If you've been doing any of these, don't worry. The good news is, now you know what's stopping you. And in the next part, Ria and I will show you exactly how to fix it with simple, practical steps that anyone can follow. Trust me, once you start applying them, thinking in English will feel so much easier and more natural. Now imagine this. You're planning your day, and instead of thinking in your native language, you quietly ask yourself in English, what should I do first? Maybe the answer comes naturally, like, I'll start with breakfast. These small thoughts are actually powerful tools to train your brain. It's like turning your daily life into an English conversation. That's how thinking in English becomes natural, without needing textbooks or translation. You can also start asking yourself simple daily questions, like, how do I feel today? Or what should I wear? Every time you do this, you're creating an English environment inside your mind. Ria often says that this habit is like having a personal English coach in your head. And one of the most effective ways to boost your progress is by surrounding yourself with English, everywhere. The more you expose your ears and eyes to the language, the more naturally it becomes a part of you. Listen to English podcasts when you walk or cook, watch English videos that you enjoy, and read short articles, even social media posts, in English. The goal is to let English live around you and inside you. The more you do this, the more automatic your thinking becomes. Let's take a moment to remember the steps that truly help your brain switch to English. The first is naming objects around you in English. Just look around and say what you see. The second is talking to yourself in simple English sentences during your daily routine. Third, using an English-to-English dictionary instead of translating into your native language builds deeper understanding. Fourth, start small. Think in short sentences first, before trying to say everything perfectly. Fifth, develop an English voice inside your head and let it speak to you throughout the day. And finally, surround yourself with English through music, videos, books, and conversations. These steps may seem small, but they hold the power to transform your mind completely. And the best part? You don't have to wait. You can start practicing all of this today. But knowing what to do is just the beginning. To make thinking in English a habit, you have to practice every single day. Ria always says that it's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Let's now talk about how to make these steps part of your daily life, so your brain begins to think in English naturally, without effort. Every morning, the moment you wake up, try to begin your thoughts in English. You can say something like, it's Monday, I have work at 10, I need to reply to some emails. Then, at night, do the same. Review your day in English before you go to sleep. Ask yourself, what did I do today? Did I enjoy it? What was something good that happened? This small shift in your routine gives your brain a clear signal. English is not just for study, it's your language too. Another simple but powerful practice is to create a no translation time. For just 30 minutes a day, challenge yourself to think only in English. No translating back and forth. At first, it might feel slow or confusing, but that's completely normal. With time, your brain starts to adjust and finds it easier to stay in English. Ria always suggests talking to yourself out loud as well, even just for a few minutes. Say what you're doing. I'm making tea. It smells great. I'll drink it while I relax. It's not about being correct, it's about being comfortable. When you speak aloud, your brain learns how to form and hear English naturally. You can also bring English into simple daily moments. When you're walking, don't let your mind wander randomly. Instead, think in English. It's sunny today. The road is quiet. I feel calm. These little thoughts add up. And one more habit that makes a big difference, keep an English journal. You don't need to write essays, just a few lines about your day, your plans, or your feelings. Forget grammar and spelling. Just focus on expressing yourself freely. It's a private space, but it becomes a mirror of your progress. If you do these small things daily, thinking in English will become natural and automatic. But of course, no journey is without challenges. Many learners feel frustrated when their thoughts automatically come in their native language. They try to push English, but it feels unnatural. That's okay. It takes time. Ria always tells learners to start with words and phrases. If full sentences feel difficult, say just 1 or 2 words in English. That's already a victory. Also, if you can't remember a word, don't stop. Describe it in simple English. For example, if you forget the word refrigerator, say a cold place where I keep food. The goal is to keep thinking in English, even if it's not perfect. Another big challenge is losing motivation. Sometimes it feels like you're not improving, even after weeks of practice. But progress in language learning is slow and quiet. You might not notice day to day, but it's happening. That's why it helps to track your growth. Ria suggests keeping voice recordings or videos of yourself speaking English, or even talking in front of a mirror once a week. After some time, look back. You'll be surprised how much better you sound. The most important thing is not to stop. Thinking in English is not something that happens overnight. It's a habit, a new way of thinking, and like any habit, it takes time. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. Even if you make mistakes, even if you feel slow, it's all part of the process. Every little moment you spend thinking in English brings you closer to fluency. So here we are. You've now learned not just why thinking in English matters, but exactly how to build it into your daily life. The journey is personal and everyone moves at a different pace, but if you stay patient and consistent, you will see change. Start small. Choose 1 tip from today and try it right now. Maybe you'll begin with naming objects around you, or maybe you'll write 1 line in your journal tonight. Whatever you do, just start. And if this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe to Fluent English Power for more real, practical English tips. Keep going, keep growing, and most importantly, keep thinking in English. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, happy learning! If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Fluent English Power for more practical tips to boost your English fluency. And tell me in the comments, which technique will you start using today? I'd love to hear from you. Keep practicing, keep thinking in English, and I'll see you in the next video.